Hey, we're live. We're live. We're live. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the Empowerment Network. This is Let's Talk About It. We are here Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern, and we look forward to bringing you personal conversation, business information, and spiritual inspiration with a little bit of shenanigans thrown in. I'm wearing some of my birthday contraband today. And I'm wearing the shawl that I absconded with from my mother. And I believe that this tiara and this necklace and these earrings and this bracelet all come from my mother as well.
Well, you know they did because she sent it to you in the mail yesterday.
Yeah, well, it didn't say who it came from.
Oh.
But it looks like my mom, so that's why I think it's my mom. And I'm going to take lots of pictures and send it to her and find out if it is from my mom. Good morning. Great morning topic. All right. You like that topic? Humble and confidence. Can they coexist?
Okay.
We have an amazing guest today, Stephen Kuhn.
Mm-hmm.
He is an author and he focuses on
transparency, integrity, and honesty as a way of building business relationships.
Absolutely. We've often talked about the know, like, and trust factor. Mm-hmm. And I think the know, like, and trust factor goes hand in hand with authenticity and honesty, actually, as well.
Now, on his website, I just checked out his website, mm-hmm. He really talks much more about the words honesty mm-hmm. and transparency mm-hmm. and integrity, and not this word.
Yes, I understand, but that's what we were provided.
Okay. Looking that up in the dictionary, woo, both of the definitions are like 3. Here, you can read it. Okay. But good morning to you. My name is Brian McNeil. That's Lisa Santiago McNeil, and this here is Let's Talk About, huh?
I don't like it either.
Okay.
But I don't think that's what the Bible talks about. You do need to share it. We both will need to share it to our pages today because we're also broadcasting on the SIBN network directly today. So we're short one link. Okay. Now, there we go. Getting them in the green room there.
There he is in the green room. What's up, man?
So we're looking forward to just chopping it up. So let's talk. Good morning, Arthur Lynette. Good morning, Vivian. Good morning to you guys. Everybody, let us know where you are watching us from. Make sure that you comment, like, and share. And thank you for letting us know that you're sharing, because sharing is caring. Sharing is caring. We appreciate the sharing. I'm looking for my links up here.
I'm looking to do this.
There we go.
We might just do it in a watch party, though.
It's okay. You don't have to.
I still need to share it.
Yeah. So today, as we await, bring up our guest will be brought up at the 9:30 mark. And honey, I got Brooklyn, New York is in the house. Thank you so much.
Who's that? Vivian?
Ms. Vivian, she's in the BKLYN. Absolutely. Make sure that you share. Stephen is coming from
Berlin, Germany.
Absolutely.
But we have a guest today. He's coming from Berlin, Germany. How about talk about international flavor? I told y'all, if y'all hang out with us, we're going to take you places.
Yeah.
Okay. So today we're taking you to Berlin, Germany.
I decided to wear my queendom today. So I'm rocking all of my queendom today. I'm trying to decide how I want it, but I don't know. But we'll see. My crown is so beautiful. You have to see it close up. Oh, look at that. Thank you. It's a tiara. And I really do think it's from my mom, but I don't know. So today, the topic of courage, the topic of confidence.
Confidence
mm-hmm.
versus
humility.
Humility, okay.
And can they coexist?
All right, that's what we're going to go with it today.
Lynette just says she's here from the cool tropical island of Charlotte.
That's right.
Let it be in your head. Absolutely. So, first of all, define confidence. You are the sales confidence coach.
I know. And the way I would define confidence as far as business is an assurance. Okay. An assurance that you can, you will, and what you offer does help. It's the assurity of it. It's actually not even just, it's more than just the assurity. It's the feeling of it. It's the feeling of it. Yeah. The assurity, the feeling of it, the belief, the faith, the security in. All of those things, I think, are what the confidence is.
Now, humility or humble, as defined by the dictionary, is of low report.
Yeah, of low
stature and low report.
Now, the word humility, that humble, that's the word humble. We looked at the word humble right before the show started, and we weren't real happy with the definition of it, either one of us. You know, however,
how do you define it? First of all, how do you define humble? Is what we'd like to hear in the comments, not the dictionary definition. Good morning, Dr. Deborah. Not the dictionary definition, but the way that you see it. I know that a lot of times when we're, at least I remember growing up, we were admonished for not being humble. We were admonished for being too prideful. And I think that
a lot of it was at least a little bit of bravado, or at least a little bit of throwing your hands up in victory, you know, was very much frowned upon. Yeah. Or even just telling someone about a good thing you did.
That's so unfortunate. And that's one of the things that we do enjoy about the Empowerment Network.
Humility is just as bad as in the dictionary.
I love that. I love that. I love that. Stephen actually gave us a comment. He said, don't think less of yourself. Think of yourself less. I like that definition.
I can make
that one. I can make peace with as well.
That makes a whole lot of sense, man.
Good morning, Melissa. Thank you for joining us this morning.
And we're going to lift that sentence up right there when he comes on. Now, our guest is going to be here at 9:30, but he's willing to hang out with you all the way up until that time. So you can see kind of like the vibe and the flow of you guys. So y'all behave today, okay?
Ms. Vivian says, be humble, described by Kendrick Lamar. Sit down, be humble.
No, I don't
think so.
Okay, I do like, I just learned this from our friend, our special guest today, Mr. Stephen Eugene Kuhn. Don't think less of yourself. Think less about yourself.
Think of yourself less.
Think of yourself less.
Yes.
That doesn't spend all your time thinking about you. Yes. We just had a meeting this week where Lisa and I, we did some counsel with somebody, I think it was you and I together, where I said to them, if you stand up on the table and say, look at me, look at me, look at me, you're not interesting at all. Okay.
Not at all.
No, you're not interesting. But if you focus on becoming curious about other people, the more you're curious about other people, asking them, how did you get into this business? What do you like about what you do? What is it that you actually do? The more curious you are about others, the more interesting you become. The law of reciprocation kicks in.
Yeah.
If you focus on the other folks, the law of reciprocation will kick in. They'll want to know more about you. And then you get an opportunity to tell your story and all those things.
Absolutely. Melissa, thank you for typing the quote so I can put it on the screen. I appreciate it. Dr. Deborah says, I believe that humble is, quote unquote, not taking all the glory for myself that I didn't get here on my own.
Amen.
Absolutely. What you said, she wants me to do something. Oh, wear my tiara on the top of my scarf. Yes, I do that sometimes. I wear it on top of the scarf, under the scarf. But you should always have on a tiara. Anytime, any chance you get, wear a tiara. Ms. Vivian says, modest, respectful behavior as her definition of humble. Modest, respectful behavior. Now, so I think you'd have to then define modesty.
I'm looking it up right now.
Michelle DeWitt, good morning. I think Michelle is the newest author in the building so far on here. We've got quite a few authors listed on today's show already, but I think Michelle DeWitt is the newest one.
I don't really want to go down this road, but I believe Brother Stephen can help us when he comes on.
Okay.
Words like humble, we have our own idea what it means. And then when you confirm it versus the dictionary, I don't want to do that. And
there we go.
We might have to bring him in early.
I know. I don't have a problem bringing him early.
Not yet, though. Give me a few minutes. Okay, give me a few minutes first. Okay.
I'll let you set the stage.
Because he's obviously very ready.
Ready.
But look, when you look at words like humble, and you don't really want to be that, and then you look at word humility, which is what I just did since I've been on the show. I have my phone in my hand looking up these words because we have an idea of what we think it means.
And then the definition, the dictionary goes, what? Yes. We don't want that.
And then our friend just said, who's the one that said about modest? Vivian Reed.
Vivian, yeah.
Behavior. Well, I looked at the word modest, and it says, honest is an adjective. Unassuming or moderate in the estimation of one's abilities or achievements.
No, thank you. Don't nobody want that. At least I don't. I do not want any of that.
Unassuming or moderate in the estimation of your abilities.
No, thank you. Yuck. But isn't there another definition of modest, like in what's the other one?
Relatively moderate, limited, or small.
Oh, I thought the other definition would be related to apparel.
It should.
There's some times I hear the word modest in association with she wore modest apparel, and like I'm not ever going to do that.
I went from the regular online dictionary to Merriam-Webster.
Yes.
And the word modest. Is that the word?
Yeah.
Placing a moderate estimate on one's abilities or worth, neither bold nor self-assertive, tending toward diffidence, okay? Arising from a characteristic of a modest nature, observing the properties of dress and behavior
as decent. I don't think I like any of those. None. No, thank you for none of them. Now, thank you for calling them out. Melissa is our usher, honey, and she is bringing them out.
So let's get to a little bit of formality.
Go ahead.
That's because what the show is, because there might be one or two of you.
It's 9 on 10.
I know, but we're not gonna do the songs yet.
Mm-hmm.
No, not yet.
We're gonna bring.
Wait, baby. Anyway.
Excuse me.
There might be one or two of you who've not been on the show before, and if you've not been on the show before, this is your first time. Welcome. This show has been going since October of 2016. Now, this show has a purpose. It's called Let's Talk About It. But our purpose is our focus is personal conversation,
business information,
and spiritual
inspiration.
That's what we focus on.
With a little bit of shenanigans thrown in.
Now, our expressed ministry is
economic independence
through
entrepreneurship.
That's it. Economic independence through entrepreneurship. Those are the things that we minister on. Those are the things that we talk about. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you guys for joining us. Now, we do have a guest that's kind of gotten us a little bit jazzed up this morning, and we'll bring him in a little bit earlier. We met this gentleman through a Facebook group called for Podcasters. That's where we met him through, and he took a bold step. Now, here's me say this quote to you: "Victory does favor the
bold."
What? Victory favors the who?
The bold.
Now, he did not know me. He saw a post that I made, okay, and he commented on my post. And with his really enthusiastic self, and then he said,
good morning.
And then he made a comment that says, well, look, while I'm here, let me go ahead and ask, can I be a guest on your show?
Come on in. The water is fine.
So you know what I did? I immediately go to his Facebook page. Okay?
Check him out.
I want to check him out.
Check him out. We're not gonna have any old body come on the empowerment.
I checked out his Facebook page, and then I clicked on his website. Yes. I wanted to check that out. Yes. Okay. And I tried to find him on LinkedIn as well, because I want to see how the business side and the personal side before I decide. Okay. He looked like he wasn't going to be dangerous to the show. He looked like he'd be all right, so.
How do you spell I?
It's AIIIGHT.
I love it.
So we will do the greeting songs too. And so then we had our admin reach out to him and coordinated it. And now we have someone in Berlin, Germany. I know there's a time difference. I don't know what it is yet, but I'm hoping to ask him. But whatever it is, he's been willing to be on our show today, so thank you.
With his face happily decorated with a smile and very engaging. So I'm looking forward.
He has his book handy too.
Yes, absolutely, because I can't wait to see more and hear more. Listen, so we are going to do, that's right, Melissa, I dash it. So it's both have been shenanigans, and I have been thrown in. And Melissa's been calling out our audience, and I'm grateful for that. Good morning, Miss Yvette. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Melissa's calling everybody out. She's calling on Kelly. She's calling on all of the guys. Brother Blackwell, Billy Bronco, Danny Murphy.
I do songs before your guest. You're right, Melissa.
Yes.
Brenda, okay, 2016. Yes. This show has been going since October 2016.
At Damona's impetus. Actually, the reason why we went to the 1 hour because of Demona.
That's right, no doubt. Demona was the bully. Our show originally was a 15-minute show.
Yes, that's it.
We did a 15-minute show, and then Demona was pushing us. You got to go to at least in half an hour. People just get warmed up, and then you're gone. So then because of her behest,
we relented
and moved it to 30 minutes. And after
she kept pressing.
How long did it take us? 30 minutes.
A year.
We did 30 minutes for maybe a year.
Yeah, I think a year.
And then Demona kind of like cracked the whip on us, and then moved to an hour. And we're not going past an hour. I don't care what you say.
She's trying to get us to 90 minutes. Well, what we did instead of going to an hour, we got some help. If you want to go somewhere, if you want to go far, go alone. If you want to go fast, go together.
Go alone.
You want to go fast, go alone.
You want to go far,
go together. You're messing with the light, babe. You're messing with the light. So, good morning, Bill. So what we did was we invited some other of our amazing friends who are also awesome thought leaders to jump on board and take this journey with us. So now the Empowerment Network actually has pretty much shows that you can watch at least until noon. You can pretty much hang out here until noon and then come back in the evening on a couple of days of the week with Dr. Deborah for a healing moment with Dr. Deborah. And you can hang out with me on Wednesdays at 4 p.m. Yesterday's show was so much fun. So it was awesome. Once a week right now as well. So there we go. Bill, Yvette loved your live video. She said it was awesome. Absolutely. We got some good stuff. The first one on the mic, and we're going to sing songs right now. We're going to sing songs.
Now, if you don't know what this is, some people have been rocking with us for years, and some people are consistent contributors to the show. And we like to thank them with greeting songs or greeting logos.
Absolutely. And this is Miss Vivian's song. Viviana, the young Reed is here. Viviana Reed is here, and now the show can go on.
Oh, good morning, Miss Vivian. How you doing? Our friend Arthur Lynette is here. Yes. And at this table we sit.
Make it legit.
Because when Lynette hits the show,
good
morning, Arthur Lynette. How you doing?
Dr. Deborah, healing and deliverance coach. I lost my breath there.
Take a sip. Melissa Price is here.
For Melissa.
And Melissa's on. Now it's time for us to sing her song.
Melissa's on.
Good morning, Miss Melissa Price. How you doing?
Good morning. Miss Phyllis is here.
Miss Phyllis is here. So clear the way. Miss Phyllis is here. Now we can all have a great day.
Miss Phyllis, I am wearing my regal attire today. Thank you very much.
Who's next?
We got Dr. Deborah, we got Miss Phyllis. Good morning, Bill. Dear Yvette.
Dear Yvette. Dear Yvette. Dear Yvette. Miss Yvette is here. I saw Cynthia Murray is here too. Cynthia Murray. I got that sister with me. Good morning, Miss Cynthia Murray. How you doing?
Good morning.
Did you say our friend Bill was here?
Yes, Bill is here.
Good morning to our friend Bill. Nobody thinks like him still. We love him so, and we always will. Our friend Bill. Now, some of you guys pop on our show and say, man, I want to get me a greeting song too.
Like Demona, who is really mad.
You can get a greeting song. So Demona is a movement.
Yeah.
Good morning, and how are you? I'm Demona DeBrew.
You can't have a name like Demona DeBrew.
You gotta get
your not want somebody to say it as often as they can.
Demona
DeBrew.
But anyway,
it's almost better than Bond, James Bond.
That's right. That's pretty good a reference. Now you can get a greeting song too. Here's how you get one: be a consistent contributor to the show. Make comments. Okay, like our friend Nala Day is here.
La 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 la. Toot toot toot.
Dr. Nala Day. Thank you, Dr. Nala Day, for joining us. Be a consistent contributor, or B, just hang out for a while.
Charlande Wallace, thank you for joining. Thank you so much for joining.
Michelle DeWitt, help us find you a song, Michelle.
Absolutely.
You've been hanging around us for a bit. It's time for you to get you a greeting song.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, today at 11 a.m. on the Empowerment Network, on One Word Conversations, the word is also. And Bill Brown's special guest is Zoe Scher, right here on the Empowerment Network on the Empowerment Duo page. So stay tuned. Who we got?
Who we got? You'll be looking forward to it. Now, I'm ready. Let's bring our guest up.
We're gonna bring him up.
Are you ready, sir?
Are you ready? Are you ready?
Come to the stage, all the way from Berlin, Germany.
None other than
Mr. Stephen Eugene Kuhn.
Nice rock, man. I love this. This is amazing. Good Lord. I'm loving it. I don't have to be in the show. I'm having a great time. It's great.
Man, we are excited to have you, and we're going to chop up a lot of things. But before we do, please introduce yourself however you would like.
Okay, well, my name is Stephen Eugene Kuhn. As you said, I'm 53, father of 2 children, 5 and 6 years old. I came to Europe in the military back in 1986, got out in 1993 and stayed here. This is my 9th country of residence. I'm actually in Hungary right now, where my wife is Hungarian, and during the pandemic, we're in Hungary. My business is in Berlin, Germany, which is a 9-hour drive away. And I'm a turnaround business consultant coach that help business owners crush it to the next level, and the author of Unleash Your Humble Alpha, owning your presence in life, owning your presence in life and becoming the epic leader that's already inside of you.
Yes, I love it. Unleash.
Let's start there.
Your humble alpha.
What is the humble alpha that we need to unleash?
And do they get to wear a tiara? That's what I want to know.
Well, you can wear a tiara. It's all about the power on the inside, right? It's the power on the inside. All of the things that we strive to have on the outside can feed the inside if we let it. And the true power, a true humble alpha, is someone who's humble and giving and receiving on the outside and super powerful. And so we call it your nuclear reactor. It sits about right here. And that just powers you through the day. It allows you to elevate people around you in your life enterprise. You know, it allows you to create space for those to step into their own greatness. It allows you to invest in relational capital so you can grow those relationships together. It's really an amazing book. And the best part of it, every chapter has a story, the lesson from that story, and exact action steps, what you can take to become a humble alpha and own your presence in life. Because most leaders take their presence from a title or a position, and that's not what they are, who they are, that's what they do.
Now, I like it. I am also 53 years of age.
Me too.
And I like your definition of what the humble alpha is. I even like your nuclear reactor thing. So let's say someone bought your book and they followed all of the steps. What differences will they experience in their lives?
Well, the whole principle of the book is finding out your true identity, who you really are. And then once you do that, your purpose almost crystallizes in front of you with a little bit of work, right? And then you create the magic we call certainty. And because when you're certain about something, you don't have to worry about how you're going to get to where you want to go, because you're getting there simply by following your identity and your purpose. And then those titles you have, or the positions you have, or the businesses you have, they're amplified through your identity. So the identity is the most important factor when it comes to being powerful in life, powerful in love, powerful in relationships.
Love it. You're getting some love as well. Dr. Nala Day says, humble alpha, powerful name. She likes that a lot.
Absolutely. Dr. Deborah loves it as well. We've got it now. They can order it directly from you. Can they get it on stephen-kuhn.com?
No, go to Amazon, Audible, Apple iTunes, Kindle, you name it. It's everywhere.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
They can get a free excerpt. They can get a free excerpt from humblealphabook.com if they want to check it out first before they purchase.
Yeah, that's
humblealphabook.com.
Let me put that up there.
Yes. I almost feel like because your spirit is like I feel like I'm ready for you to teach me something. You know, that's what I'm getting off of you.
Let's do it, brother. Let's do it, man. You know,
okay,
whatever I can add value, that's what I'm
our audience here today, you could be really helpful to them. Our audience is a very loyal audience. It's an entrepreneurial audience, very much so. They also are they're not kids. We got grown folks. So we got grown folks here. We got entrepreneurs here. We got they're just regular good folks, and they use this show kind of like as a springboard for their day. But I do know there's some common fears about people in that realm. mature entrepreneurs, okay, I think there's some common fears. One is, are they fully expressing themselves to the max? You know,
And Melissa wants to know, does this book work for alpha females as well?
Indeed, it does. Matter of fact, over 60.
Here's my question, baby. I was building my question.
Yeah, you were building it the long way around the mulberry bush.
Finish my question.
It's okay.
My point is, for that audience where I believe they have common fears that they want to be fully expressed, what counsel, what would you offer to that group?
Well, first of all, over 60% of the readers are humble alpha females. Yeah.
Okay.
And I actually have a coach that started a course called Unleash Your Humble Alpha Inner Goddess. And she sold out in 1 hour at 10K each. So that's 150K in 1 hour. It's crazy.
Killer.
And that's because of the power of the book. Now, the common fears that I even had, I've started over 5 times. I've lived in 9 countries. So, and not only did I start over with my businesses from going offline to online, for instance, but also started over with culture and language, right? So the biggest thing that I always do is I'm addicted to fear, right? So when I'm fearful, man, I got to move to a new country, or I need to, start a new job or something. The more fear I have, the deeper I want to go, because I know that I'm attempting to be better than I am right now. And let's face it, my mentor, he died recently. He was 93 years old, world champion, bench press, rower, and long jumper at 93 years old at his master's age. And he said, the one thing that drives you is being in competition with yourself. So
love it.
Always driving your limits. As soon as you feel comfortable and you think you made it, you're slipping. Get back out there again and keep driving. Keep driving.
Absolutely, absolutely. I
love that counsel.
We've been working to really make some changes in our life as well. We had some really good success in some areas, and in other areas, we've had some challenges because obviously they weren't priority. They weren't the thing that was fueling and stoking the fire, right? So Nala says she loves that addicted to fear power statement. She loves that. So for us, it was a matter of now making small changes to build to that bigger goal. Because in the past, I may have just said, we're going to change everything today, and tomorrow is just going to be completely different. And then that'll last for 5 minutes.
Cynthia Murray likes your energy as well.
We all know that. We all know that one. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Cynthia Murray said, "Oh wow, I love the name of his book, and I like his energy."
Yes, we love your energy. love your energy. So, how does
competition with yourself? I like that point as well.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't want to get people dressed up with no place to go. What if they don't know how to be in competition with themselves? What if they don't know how to? What do you say to them?
Well, I would ask anybody out there right now if they actually have a goal. Do they have a monetary goal? Do they have a monetary goal, and when they want that monetary goal? Do they have a plan for that goal? And what are you going to give in return when you reach that goal, right? So what and then of course, how are you going to feel when you reach that goal? I'd say challenge yourself. If you're not writing down your goals, your aspirations, the things that you want to do, the money you want to make, and you're not talking about, man, I have it already. You're always speaking the I am, right? Not I will or I want. It's like I have, I am. And what are you going to give back? Because that's where the true joy comes, right? I'm a true believer that you have to give. There's a lot of people out there that are addicted to giving and they don't have. So imagine a champagne pyramid of champagne glasses. You're the top cup. You can be any cup, but you're the top glass, and that champagne goes in there. Only when it's full does it flow to the others.
That's right.
You have to keep filling your cup so that it cascades over the others instead of giving what you don't have. So for me, the challenge is write down a statement that you have and that you can read every day when you go to bed and every day when you get up. And that is, how much money do you want to make, right? When do you want to make it, right? What's your plan to get there? What are you going to do when you get it and give it back? Who are you going to give it to? You're going to donate 10. Write this down. Technically, I'm going to give 10% of my net proceeds to charity. And then the most important one before you go to sleep or when you wake up is, how am I going to feel when I've actually reached that goal?
Absolutely.
Keep those aspirations on a piece of paper, on your refrigerator, on your desk, on your pillow, wherever you are when you hit the rack. It's called habit stacking. So when you stack,
you're speaking our language. You're speaking our language. We both do lots of language stacking, if you will. I have a dry erase board right by the side of my bed that's on the wall. I actually look at it before getting out of the bed. And we were just talking, I think it was yesterday, when we were talking about reciting your goals 3 times a day.
Following the formula in the classic book, Think and Grow Rich, chapter 2, the chapter on desire, the 6 steps on how to get it, and how you're supposed to read your goals in the morning, after your midday meal, and at night. Dang, I had a great question for him. You threw me off, baby.
You gotta get better. Maybe you need to take some vitamins or something, because you gotta.
I see Elba Colon is on here. She's a good friend. She's a
yes. Hey, Elba. She says, "How am I going to feel when I reach that goal?"
Now I got my question back. It came back to me. All right, so your book obviously is amazing, and we're going to purchase your book today. So we'll have it in our homes and we'll read it as well. But also, is your primary business the books or speaking, or are you seeking clients? What is it, please?
Yeah, I'm a consultant coach. So I take your business and turn it around, and I create that empowerment inside by unleashing the truth inside of you, so you could amplify that into the world. Because anybody can make money. You know, you can make money doing anything. But are you making money and you're happy at it and you're loving it every day, jumping out of bed at 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning going, I can't wait to attack this day? That's what I bring out in people. I bring out the truth. And, you know, a lot of my clients, they reach, like I told you, the woman, she actually called me to be a coach, and to be her coach. And she said, I can't afford you. And I said, well, do a course. And she goes, on what? I said, on the book. And she did it. Took her 2 weeks, made 150K in one day. Now, I'm not saying that's not normal, but she believed in herself only because we talked through that, who she is and where she's going, right? The purpose. And she just felt it and said, you know what? I'm letting go of everything else. I'm just doing this all in. And boom, she hit it.
And that's an amazing place.
It's powerful. It's powerful. Yep. And I love doing that. And fortunately, because I've lived in 9 countries, I've worked for NASDAQ, Fortune 500. I worked for Mick Jagger. I worked for Olivia Newton-John. I worked for Andrea Bocelli. I worked for NASDAQ. I mean, you name it, I did it, right? And so all that experience in one entrepreneur that I can give to one entrepreneur, imagine how powerful that is. It's crazy.
Now, there might be someone listening to you today and says, I am feeling him. I want to be a part of that. I want more than just this interview. How do you prefer people to connect with you?
Good question. Just write me an email, StephenEugene.Kuhn@gmail.com. That's my private email for your audience, especially. StephenEugene.Kuhn@gmail.com. Just write me an email. Let's talk.
I will put it up there for you.
Something got on my nose. How long would you say you've been in your game? I know you've done a lot of different things, but in the current game that you're playing, how long would you say you've been in it?
Well, I've been a turnaround consultant for over 25 years. And I've been online for 3 years. Before online was like Facebook putting pictures of my family. That's all I knew about online, right? You know. And in the last 3 years, I can tell you, I started my business 3 years ago when I stopped traveling, because I traveled four days a week for over 20 years. And I told my wife, the kids are 3 and 4, it's time to stop, or 2 and 3, it's time to stop. So she said, what are you gonna do? I said, I have no idea. So I went to Peru, as one does, and I went through some plant medicine journeys, and I decided to set my intentions on starting an online business, making 100K and buying a house. That was my goal. And I came back and I did it in 3 months. I did it with no logo, no website, no funnels, no nothing. All I did was go into a group of my demographic, which was the veteran entrepreneur space, military veteran entrepreneur space. And I started giving free advice. And I mean 100% solution-oriented, completely done for you. This is how you do it. This is the results you're going to get if you do this, this, and that, and that. And we all know the 80-20 rule. We all know the 80-20 rule. 80%.
Yeah, Pareto principle. Mm-hmm.
But it's more like 6% take action, or think about it. 1%, 2% actually take action. The difference between the 1% and 2% and the 6%, they'll call you and say, "Can you help me?" And that's
now. Are you part of the Veterans Entrepreneurs Group on Facebook?
Vetpreneur Tribe. It's mine. I own it.
Then you and I have met before.
Yeah, I thought you looked familiar, man. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. We have talked to each other on the phone when I first joined Vetpreneurs, and because I told you I wanted to do, he's like, yeah, and then you had Vet Selling, something like that too.
No, that was the old partner. He's not there anymore. Yeah, he had that Vet Selling.
But you and I have connected like a year ago or 2 years ago, maybe.
Yeah.
I remember. There is a specific question for you from Elba Colon.
Yes, it's addiction. Can you speak into how people can break free from addiction of emotions that don't serve them?
My most powerful strength that I have for myself is that every thought that we have that's in the future is based on our past, right? So when we realize it's not real, right? We can't predict the future. We can only dictate the future. And if you dictate the future with negative thoughts of the past, that's what it's going to be. Mm-hmm. So you got to change those thoughts around. Every time I catch myself thinking like, oh man, I go, oh man, instead of going, oh dang, I got, oh no. Yeah, this is, I can dictate this, man. This is me going forward. I can choose my path, and then I write it down. This is what I'm doing. I'm already there. This is happening. It's literally a switch. Like you go into a basement, a dark basement. It's scary. It's, oh my goodness, flip on the switch. Boom. It's like, oh, that wasn't scary.
Right. Now you can see.
Decide, man, just decide. It's over today. It's over today. And I'm any thought that I have that isn't real, I'm just going to change it to reality, which is positive.
I love that analogy you just gave. Very often in my practice, I am a sales confidence coach. And very often in my practice early, like on the first session or two, I have to stop my clients because they start pre-qualifying themselves in the negative right away. If I say, okay, now we're about to do an exercise, they'll go, oh, Lord, no. Or, oh, my God. They're already, I said, well, they're bracing themselves for them not to be able to do it. I say, now you got to prepare for a session with me. Oh, gosh. Okay, because they're afraid of that. And I struggle with this, Stephen, because now I don't think I have it mastered yet of how to keep people from pre-qualifying themselves negatively before we start. What do you have suggestions on that?
I got something for you. It's called creating space. Creating space. It's in the book. Creating space is this. Every time you show up to a meeting, a Zoom call like this, or anything, you see how relaxed I am. That's because I have no agenda, no preconceived notions, and no expectations that I haven't verbalized. Right? So, and I show up wholly and fully for you with one intention and one intention only, because guess what? We don't control the outcome. We only control the intention. So forget about the outcome. Right? My intention is to add value by solving problems. And that's it. Everything all the ideas you have and all the solutions you have, put them in a toolbox beside you and just keep it there until you need it. Until then, create that space. Because when you create space, it's easy. Like we're talking right now, like it's super easy. And we can both step into our own greatness and we come up with ideas and solutions that we never alone would have come up with, period. That's why creating space is so powerful. It's probably the most powerful model in the entire book.
Sounds like a model. Yes. Now, I study sales all the time. And for 28 years, I've been helping people to sell better, and 11 years in this iteration that I'm doing right now. Okay. Although I rebranded, the way you just laid that out there, I heard the selling ideology of the consultative salesperson who wants to understand as early as he can what is the client's desired outcome. And then he makes their desired outcome his desired outcome too. So you work from the same side of the table instead of me over here, you over there. So you both, whatever the client's desired outcome is, then it becomes both the coach and the client's same desired outcome. That's what I heard from you there.
Exactly what it is. You nailed it. And the point is this: never approach a sale or start selling until you know what that is, right? What is that outcome? If you don't know, you better not start selling. Because it's going to be an energetic push, right? They're going to feel like, what? And what do you do when someone pushes you? You push back or you jump back, and then the deal's over, right? Then you got to start over again with the report.
Absolutely. And if I can add to that, not until you know, don't start selling until you know, and right. Don't start selling if you're not the person that can actually do what they need.
I love it. Exactly. And this is the deal. This is the part though. That right there, that's where most people get stuck because they're like, oh, I can't help this person. But guess what? You know somebody who can.
And that's exactly what I do in my business. That initial consult call is not to sell you anything. It's to find out if I am the solution to your issue. And if I'm not, I have an amazing collection of coaches that could do the job better.
It's the most significant part of our business, the whole concept of fit before fee. Fit before fee. Because everyone can't hear me. But the people that can hear me should be my clients. There are some people that can hear you and they can't hear me.
Absolutely.
So I'm excited to have you on here today. I'm learning a lot from you. If I gave you a minute or 2 or 3 to just share whatever you wanted to share, to leave our audience with something, what would you do? What would you have? What do you have for them?
I want to outline the 5 principles. I've already outlined one. The one
All
is
right, so we're going to give you whatever time you need to do the 5 principles.
It'll be quick. Okay. So the first one I base everything on is called HIT. Some people call me the Hit Man. That was my first brand. HIT stands for honesty, integrity, and transparency. Honesty with yourself, why you do what you and why you do what you do, and how you talk to yourself, right? That self-dialogue. The transparency part is how I step into the world with that honesty and that self-dialogue, and it's my ongoing reputation. The byproduct is integrity. Integrity makes you authentic. Authenticity allows you to dictate your own market value. So I can get prices however I want because I'm me. You know, you've never seen Jeff Bezos or Elon Musk acting like somebody else, right? No, they're themselves, right? That's why they make the big bucks, right? So, and then the second one is creating space, like I said. Third one is life enterprise, and I love this. Life enterprise. We are the CEO of our own life enterprise, just like business enterprises have a CEO. We answer to who? To the board of directors and to the stakeholders. Board of directors is our family. Stakeholders is everyone else in our lives. How do you handle these people? You handle them by elevating them, leaving them in a better place than when you met them. I don't care if it's the bag lady down the street, the cashier, your wife, your husband, your kids, whoever it is, leave them in a better place than when you met them. Then we have investing in relational capital, which is taking that even further, is where you start doing collaborations, joint ventures, helping them out, passing them on to someone who's going to do a better job than you could, these kind of things, because you believe in the law of reciprocity, right? It's a law. It's not like it could be. It's the law of reciprocity. It's a law. So you have to follow that. And then all of that, what I spoke to, including in creating space, leads to one thing, and that's what everybody in this world seeks. And that's probably the only thing that everybody has in common. And that one thing that they seek is quality of life, right? Quality of life means enjoying your time how you want. That's it. It's all relative, right? It's all relative. So that's the core principles of the book.
I love it. I'm excited about it. I want to, not to impose, man, I want to talk a little bit more about one of the principles, investing in relationships. You know, I think that's how you worded it.
Investing in relational capital.
Relational capital. Because I thought when you first said the title, my brain went someplace different than what yours did. Okay. But yeah. I like it. Like when you say investing in relationship capital, my brain went to the Stephen Covey 7 Habits of Highly Effective People deposits. You know, yeah. I'm depositing good things into my wife. So when I do slip up or say something wrong, I've got enough positive deposits so that negative thing won't throw us off, okay, as a couple. But you went a little bit differently. Can you talk a little bit more about that?
Sure. I've never thought of it that way. So what you give, like I said, we're givers, right? So we give selflessly when our cup is full. And relational capital it's just like when you invest in financial capital, except that on a relational capital, you have a guaranteed return. It might not be from that person. It might not be tomorrow, but it will be, right? It could be from somebody else from a different, planet even. The point is this: the energy that you put out is the energy that you get back, period.
That and God givers get more.
Exactly. He sees to that. He ensures that happens. You've seen it. The good people get good things, right? And so that's what investing in relational capital is. And that also means, I sit in front of people that are, huge players. And they say, Steve, I got this problem. I'm saying, you know what? I can't help you with that, but I know somebody who can. That's an investment, right? I'm investing my connection into this person. I'm not asking for anything. Well, sometimes I do, but not always. I don't always ask for something from that, right? Depends on what they need exactly. And that's the investment. And you keep doing that and keep doing that. I mean, people get on the phone with me. I had a guy the other day got on the phone with me, and he's looking at me. He's like, "You're the fifth guy trying to sell me something." The first thing he said. And I said, "Brother, I'm not selling. I'm just here to add value." And this guy's written me 5 times since then. It's like, I can't believe you didn't try to sell me. I can't believe you just gave me free advice. This is incredible. I've never met anybody. He's like freaking out. And for me, that's an everyday occurrence. That's investing in relational capital.
I love it. I love it very much. Now, this is Mr. Stephen Eugene Kuhn. Has anyone here found value in our guest so far today? If you found value in our guest, please put in the comments, value. If you've heard anything that you liked, and if you have anything that you want to ask, we have them for a few more minutes. So please lift it up if you have a question. And you're getting a lot of hearts and love.
I'm watching live on my phone. I'm watching live on my phone. So yeah.
Okay, cool. So you can see them.
Yeah, I can see them, and I shared it on my page too. So
awesome! Thank you for that. So definitely, so this is still the first month of the year, although it feels like 2020 TBD, right? To be determined. But do you have any personal big goals for 2021?
Yes, I want to have a mailing list of 1 million people, and we want to impact 100,000 entrepreneurs with our book. We're relaunching the book with media, press, a whole new layout, everything completely new. So we're going for 1 million emails and 100,000 entrepreneurs that we're going to impact.
Absolutely. Now, I'm glad that you said you're relaunching the book and you're changing some things in it, because as a publisher, I often have to engage with my clients to help them to understand you can use the same information now that you've gained some knowledge about it, you've gotten some connections with your audience, and re-release it in such a way that now with the right people behind you, now you can make that hit. Now you can make that connection because you know a little bit more. You are known a little bit more. Your tribe is now invested in making you succeed. Go ahead and do it. They're like, oh, I got to write another book. Honey,
So, right.
that stuff was already good.
Yeah. The book I wrote in 2016, The Shortcut, The Fastest Route to Selling Your Services. I like the book, but when I look at it now, I know there's 2 chapters that are not in the book that I wish I had.
Well, that's the greatness about writing a book is it creates absolute clarity in your own mind. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't have known how to say what I just said, those 5 principles, if I would have never written it down.
Absolutely.
Right. And what that does is it creates a foundational basis of where you can, reach from. The next book's coming out, Unleash Your Humble Alpha Parent, How to Raise Powerful, Humble Children.
Wonderful.
Yeah. And then the next one is Humble Alpha Entrepreneur, Humble Alpha Veteran, Humble Alpha Female.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
A cottage industry.
Absolutely. Right, absolutely. It makes sense. And so often, one of the big things that I have to say so many times is you can't edit it or correct it or add to it until you write it. Yeah. It doesn't have to be great the first time. It has to be done. Then you can decide.
He tells people that every day almost.
Crazy. I don't know what I was thinking about when I wrote this. Or, oh my goodness, this is going to spark me to say this, this, and this. And you have the power to make that update. And I believe that Unleash Your Humble Alpha, the relaunch, will be phenomenal in comparison.
We believe so. Yeah. We believe so. And we're going full in. We got, we're talking, national media, national press, new funnel, new everything, just new everything. And
absolutely.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Of course.
Absolutely. But that's
I believe in investing your money from your business into your business and not from another business into that business. Right. You want to have your parallels. And so we made money with this and now we're reinvesting it in to relaunch it to really make it happen. Here.
I want our audience to realize this. Lisa asked Stephen a tough question and he was able to answer it right away because a lot of people now, Lisa asked him, did he have any personal goals for himself this year? And he gave his 2 biggest ones, boom, boom, off the top of his head. Can you do that too? Or can you get yourself to the place where you can?
Absolutely. And here's the thing, right? So many people, and this has been a running joke for me and some of the people that I've spoken to, so many people made some arbitrary New Year's resolutions, and by MLK's birthday, which is right around the corner, they are going to be nowhere to be seen. None of the steps that you're taking towards it, none of the commitment, everything will have fizzled out because you didn't put a plan around it. You made an idle thought, you didn't write it down, you didn't put any scheduling behind it, you didn't get any support behind it, you didn't get any accountability behind it. All of these things are what are going to bring about your success. Just saying, I resolved to do this, this, and this, and you didn't do anything towards that to put it concrete. Again, write it down so that you can edit it. If you write down, I'm going to work out 7 days a week. Well, guess what? When you get to day 2 and realize this ain't something that I'm getting ready to do, then you can go back and modify it and now say every other day, but at least you've got somewhere to start instead of just saying, I ain't doing that. And then it's over.
Yeah.
Did you want to say something? Go ahead, Stephen.
Yeah, just you gotta eat it every day, smell it, taste it. You got every single day, And I'm not one of those guys who you gotta have a morning routine. It's a 6-hour routine. You got to do the same thing every. I'm not talking about how these these guys way over the top. I get up at 2:30 in the morning, I'm just going to bed at 2:30. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about things for you because the most important meeting of any day is that meeting with yourself. So, for instance, I go to the gym. Well, I spend time on the sofa with my wife and kids. We do about a half an hour. I take them to school. I go to the gym, come back. Meditation or audio book for 10, 15 minutes and boom, I'm off to the day. And so that's 9:30 a.m. by the time I get started. Right. And so for me, it's a real simple process. I don't have to have massive discipline to force myself to sit in a room for an hour to meditate. I do what's good for me. In the beginning, it was very rigid. And then I said, well, that's not working. This is working. It's always adapting, always changing. Like you said, people say, okay, it's 2021. It's time to set them goals. Then you got to jump in full on. I've doubled my work days now. I used to work 4 hours a day, 4 days a week. right? So now I work eight hours a day, 6 days a week for the next 2 months, or for the next month now. Yeah, for the next month, because I'm going all in on this, right? And then I can go back to the 4 hours a day because all of the buildup and all the preparation that I had to put in place to get to those goals will be done.
That groundwork, absolutely.
Yeah. We got 3 minutes left with you, yes. And I know a lot of times when I do a podcast and I think it went really well, but once it's over and I look at it, I was like, man, I wish I had said this. Okay. So I want to actually, now we have 2 minutes left with you, but if there's something that you wanted to make sure that you leave our audience with, and maybe Lisa and I haven't given you that room to do, please do it now.
I've said a lot, but I think the one thing that really hits home for me is that anything on the outside that you're taking power from, bring it on the inside. That true power is on the inside. No human being has ever reached their full potential 100%, but you can sure as heck get darn close. And that's what it's all about, bringing it on the inside. All those things on the outside, all those courses, classes, recognitions, and all that kind of stuff doesn't mean anything unless you're powerful on the inside. So bring it on the inside, embrace it, stay powerful on the inside, humble on the outside.
Thank you. You've been a phenomenal guest.
Thank you, sir.
Are you going to be able to hang out in the green room with us for about 10 more minutes?
Sure thing.
Excuse me, not 10 more, 5 more minutes.
Sure thing.
We have to close out the show, and we want to do an after action report with you.
Rock and roll. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Wow, I love when our guest hit a home run, baby.
Did he bring it, y'all?
Love it. Before we close out and talk a little bit about him, I want you to stay tuned for the a word from our sponsor.
You're like a circle that floats around me, keeping me safe and sound. And when I fall, you tied a rope to me. You're blessing me every day. I was down with an illusion.
That was a little bit of what's coming up on Saturday. The Global Domination Mindset Showcase on Saturday at 4 p.m. We have 7 amazing speakers that are going to bring about what you need to condition your mind for domination in 2021.
I tell you, the 7 speakers, the 7 thought leaders, they're all going to infuse you. They're all going to give you what you need to get your mindset to where it needs to be so that you can, just like Lisa said, dominate.
Domination.
Now, to assemble a group like this right here, the talent that we have here, you got Sir Charles Carey, you got Mr. Johnny Campbell, you got the Real Money Coach, Mr. Marlon Smith, you got the Go Be You coach, Mr. William Brown. And it happens to be all men in this one right here. We just ended up being that way. Okay, we didn't decide up front.
I did this. He tries to act like he had something to do with everything.
There's no
I chose men because this is my platform, as you will see.
Anyway, my wife is tripping right now because none of the guests she called, every single guest I booked.
That's because I use my strength. Who did you call that I didn't tell you to call? Honey, I just said do that. That's what I do.
Oh my God.
Magic, honey.
I cannot believe
I need you to call this one. I need you to call that one. Y'all need to understand this is my juke joint.
The reason why I call all the guests on all our stuff,
I told him to.
Even all the authors, everything we do is because I'm way better at it than Lisa.
No, that's not why. It's because I know how to delegate to greatness because I am great. I want you to make sure that you register at bit.ly GDM11621. That's GDM 11621. It is a free event, but it will not be left up and online infinitely. It will be taken down, and only if you register will you be able to get the replay and all of the benefits and bonuses that every one of the speakers are going to be sharing with our audience. So if you want to make sure that you get the ebook downloads, the webinars, the videos, and everything else that our amazing panel of phenomenal mindset speakers are going to be sharing, then you need to register at bit.ly/GDM. That's Global Domination Mindset 11621.
The next time we do a mindset type of workshop,
we gotta have Stephen.
We gotta have Stephen.
Yeah, we're gonna have to Stephen.
If we had known Stephen before, we
absolutely. We will have to.
Brother Marcus Blackwell says, he said he likes that. Bring it on the inside. All those things on the outside of you that you're using. As if he says, bring it on the inside. I like it.
Love that. Love that. Make sure that you stay tuned following our show for coffee Coffee Time with the Coach Josh Smalls is at 10 a.m. And then following him at 11 a.m. on the Empowerment Network is Bill Brown. And he will be here with his special guest as well. And today is what? Today is Thursday. So we don't have an evening show. Okay. We don't have any evening shows on Thursday. So just make sure that you take some time, watch some replays, take in the information. We try to bring you something that will empower, enlighten, encourage, and inspire your day every day.
I gotta believe that everyone who fully took part in today's broadcast, you're better because of it. Okay?
Absolutely.
You're better because of it today. If it stretched your mind a little, if it answered a question, a single question for you, you're better off now. And so go be great today.
Go be great. And to in the illustrious words of William Brown, so go be you.
So go be you.
That's
Our friend
right.
William Brown, man, I'll tell you, Melissa Price says, fantastic show today.
Absolutely.
Smiles. Yvette Goodrich even loves the song that we have in Lisa's commercial, Dominate.
Thank you.
Melissa said that was pretty amazing.
I appreciate it. I am Lisa Santiago McNeil.
Marcus Blackwell said that was right on time. We're 2 minutes early, baby.
Okay.
You're 2 minutes early.
I'm early. I am early. That's okay. I'm early.
Great work with the guests. Now, over time, some of you guys have been rocking with us for years. You've seen we've had some amazing guests on the show. And we're going to keep on bringing amazing guests. If you have someone that's not been on our show that you want to recommend, or even someone that has been on our show that you want us to bring back, reach out to us and send us a note.
In the comments, it will tell you how to get on the show. Just click on the comments, not the comments, the description box above, tell you how to get on the show. You'll send an email and we'll check you out and decide whether or not we want you on the show. And then we'll send you an invitation to be on the show. Good morning, Dr. Beverly.
It's on the show. Now we gotta go, but Dr. Beverly's here.
We're glad that you got here. Thank you for my birthday wishes. We love you. I am Lisa Santiago McNeil.
I'm Brian Keith McNeil.
And this has been Let's Talk About It on ESPTV7 on the SIBN Network, iHeart, iTunes, and right here on Facebook Live.
And remember that your life is not a scrimmage or a practice game. There is no Martyrs Hall of Fame. Time, the speedster, takes its toll. And for all of us, every day really is the Super Bowl. So God bless you and go forward and live your Super Bowl life today.
Remember, you've been blessed by the blessor to be a blessing. Permission to be amazing has already been granted. And it's Thursday, so you should probably go have